I doubt you can hear it, but she is making hissing noises. To my right, there is an absolutely ginormous tarantula cribs enclosure that we are going to be rehousing Zelda, my tea Sturmy, into. So I actually got Zelda years and years ago, and I put her in an unreleased tarantula cribs 10-gallon. It was a prototype that they were just kind of testing, and they wanted me to test it for warping and stuff. And in the end, they just decided against releasing that one. They changed the design a little bit, and then they ended up releasing a similar sized one later on. So Zelda is still in that prototype, and she's been doing quite well. However, she has molted like several times since then. She has actually somehow managed to get larger, and she also has decided that she wanted to burrow into the drainage layer. She actually ripped up the mesh and got down to the hydro balls. So Mo from Tarantula Cribs asked me if he could sponsor a video showing off this new giant enclosure. He said, use it for whatever you want. And I immediately thought, I'm gonna use it for a tarantula. Is it huge? Absolutely. Is it excessive? I don't know. You guys should be the judge of it. Let's get her out and get her into it. I've already started working on this enclosure. I actually made a background for it and everything. So yeah, I'll show you guys that in a minute. But before I do that, I also have this mysterious Tarantula Cribs package that he asked me to open on camera. And he said if I don't like it, I don't have to show you guys it. But I'm here for a public roasting. So if I don't like it, I'm still gonna be showing you guys it. So let's go ahead and find out what this is. Mo and his wife Alina acted kind of weird about it. Like, I don't know, it's just a really sus thing. I was like, what can I put in it? What kind of animal? Like arboreal, terrestrial? Like, they wouldn't give me really any info at all. So, okay. Oh my gosh. Happy birthday. We hope your day is absolutely amazing. Don't let anything bug you. It's all about you today from the Spider Squad. So this is from my chat, my group chat on Instagram. What the heck? Oh my God, what the hell is this? Is that Eli? Ew! Oh my God, thank you guys so much. This is my German bestie, guys. He's been like a supporter of this channel since I had like under 1,000 subscribers. Like, he's an OG for real. My only complaint is why the hell is Richard in this? He's not in the Spider Squad. All right. You guys got me. Thank you so much. For those who don't know, my birthday was on New Year's Eve, so I appreciate that. Now to the Sturmy enclosure. This thing is absolutely massive. So let me show you the scale of what we are working on. I mean, this is insane. This enclosure, it reminds me of like something that I would see at the zoo. Like, in fact, I think the zoo does have enclosures like this, except they're not as good. They're definitely not this quality. So here is the driftwood that I used, and I just put this in the background. I secured it with this spray foam. This is the Pond and Stone spray foam. I've used this for a couple projects, never had an issue with it. Absolutely love this stuff. And then I just went ahead and I patted in a bunch of Reptisoil in the background just to kind of give it a little bit more of a look. Now I could have gone even further than this and actually sculpted the background and stuff, but I didn't really find it necessary because I'm going to be filling a lot of this up with substrate, so you're probably not even really going to be seeing like the bottom part right here. That's more so just to help hold this driftwood in place, but honestly it doesn't even matter because once I put the substrate in there, it's gonna like further secure it, but I mean it's really in there, so yeah. I'm gonna scoop out what substrate I can and then throw the hydro balls down. So now that I've taken out the extra substrate and I've put the forbidden Cocoa Puffs in, who would not want to crunch this? Like, this looks delicious. Don't eat them, but the sound would be delightful. But anyway, we are going to measure this out just like this, super simple. And I just get this at Ace. It's usually used for like doors and stuff. What's really cool about this enclosure is that you can drain water from here by just removing this. Now that that's done, I guess it's substrate time. Awesome. And we're gonna make this pretty deep because, like I said, Zelda, she burrowed all the way down to the bottom and ripped up the mesh. Now she's gonna have so much substrate and room, she's not gonna know what to do with it. We're still gonna add more substrate, but first I'm going to start planting some plants. I have 2 ivies. First I'm gonna put in this big piece of driftwood though. It matches the one on the background and it's gonna be like a really nice big centerpiece. All right, and I'm going to plant one of the ivies like right over here because I'm hoping that it'll kind of grow up. like on this. Hopefully when she like burrows, she doesn't like dig this up before it has a chance to really grow. Okay, I have to play around with this a little bit. So I added another one of these ivy plants right over here. We're gonna add a little bit of frog moss. I only have a little left. I should have bought more, but I didn't. I've got some of these rocks for decor. I was gonna use this rock as decor, but I ended up scratching some of the acrylic with it, so my bad. I'm just gonna do this one because it's not as sharp. I figure if this rock is scratching acrylic, maybe it's not a great idea to use it in this. And then let's do some leaf litter, of course. Lots of this. All right, so the enclosure is together, but before I show you the whole thing, the finishing touches I added, stuff like that, I wanted to just move Zelda on over. Let's do a little bit of comparisons. Okay, first of all, you know I'm working with a Sturmy if I'm doing this. Here is the enclosure. Here is me. Okay, it's quite large. Looks great. Absolutely huge. Now let me show you the comparison to what I already thought was a big enclosure, because Zelda's right over here. Out my fingers. Okay. I'd say that's quite a difference. So this is the 10-gallon size equivalent. I mean, just look at that. And then not only that, but like huge, huge difference. Huge. Not only do we get a little bit more height, but we also get a little bit more vertical space as well. This is what used to be her enclosure, and it is just very busy, but I left a lot of empty space over here for her. It's so hard to show you guys like the details of this with like a camera. Like this is just not enough, because it's like to see it in person, you're really gonna see more, you're gonna notice more. Like you probably don't even notice this like cool rack I put there, and then there's like all this winding branches. It looks even better in person. But yeah, I tried to put all the plants over on this side, so hopefully this is where she kind of burrows and stuff and she doesn't rip up all the roots. Absolutely love the background though. This is really, really cool. There's a lot, and we'll get more into it, but first, let's just get this over with. I am not looking forward to this at all, so. Okay. So she's in this burrow, she's all the way on the bottom. Usually, where did she go? Okay. She's facing this way, which is weird. Hopefully her burrow doesn't like collapse. Oh boy, she just bolted right even further. I have this to hopefully like guide her into, and then, you know, I think I'm just gonna have to pull this out. Oh, I shouldn't do that. Trying to undig the piece up just a little bit so that it doesn't like all fall on her. Oh. Okay. There she is, Zelda. She's looking really good. And we're just gonna very carefully do this. Oh, and there's already hairs like flying around. Thank God I planned for this a little bit. Try to keep the hairs contained in the dome. And she's kicking a bunch. I doubt you can hear it, but she is making hissing noises. This is my biggest tarantula. If I get itchy, it'll probably be on my wrist where it's not covered. That is for sure a big spider. Look at that. Wow. And she just keeps getting bigger. So I've got her contained in there. Ugh. This is really heavy. So I'm gonna try to just drop her right here. Ooh, girl, you are so pretty. She's so pretty, guys. Look at her. So I'm gonna go ahead and just carefully try to steal this. Is hissing at me like a lot, but she has dirt on her head, so I would do the same if somebody put dirt on my head. So yeah, that wasn't as bad as I thought. I mean, it wasn't great, but could have for sure been worse. This is a huge enclosure, but yet even putting her in it, it's like, damn, like she's gonna use this space. Like, it's not like wasted space. That's the thing with tarantulas, you know, if you go too big, sometimes you end up with wasted space. This is not one of those situations. I would say that this is actually a really ideal size for an adult tea sturmy. So yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Like this video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're not, and you want to. Don't forget I have an Instagram to use probably way too much. It's at Tarantula.Kat. You can go follow me there. I also have a website, TarantulaKat.com. It has all the goodies on it, and I will see you guys soon. Let's get into the members picks.